Hello everyone, this is Jesse Blenn in Costa Rica. I guess I shouldn't say putting off, but thinking about making this report or this video for a long time. I have contacted a lot of people about this, including Malaysia Airlines, including many people. No one responds. No one wants to hear the truth. I'm sick of these people. I'm going to expose a few things here. This, of course, is about MH370, the Malaysia Airlines jet. How did I get into this? Well, when I first started using the Pendulum, within a few months after I first started, my neighbor who works for me in my farm in Costa Rica just said, "Did you hear about the airplane that disappeared?" And no, I hadn't, and he didn't know much about it. So I said, I'm going to see if the Pendulum works. So before I checked the news, which I do online there on the internet, I asked how many people were on the airplane. At that time, I was not as much, if you want to say, proficient with use of the Pendulum, and I was just counting by tens for some reason. And the Pendulum indicated that there were closest to 230, not 220 nor 240 people on the plane. And so I thought, well, about 230. I opened the news and it said 239 passengers. So I had to ask the Pendulum again exactly how many people were on the plane, and I did this with the Pendulum off to the side so the Pendulum couldn't see the computer screen, which might be a dumb idea, but I did it. And the Pendulum said 231. And here's the Pendulum saying 231, here's the internet saying 239, and I had to ask what have come to be to me logical questions, even though they sound stupid sometimes. I had to ask how many non-people were on the plane, and it said 8. So, 231 plus 8 add up to the 239, logically. Okay? So then I basically started asking what's happening with the plane. And it gets too long of a story. I won't report it here. I need to do a follow-up about the truth of this. But this is just an introduction because this has to do with Bill Ryan of Project Avalon and how mistaken they are in something that they did. And this is exposing their hypocrisy, let's say. That's part of the reason of this. I just get tired of thinking about how closed-minded they are, and I know the reason why. Anyway, so I asked the altitude of the plane. Logically, if it had hit the ground, it would be close to zero. If it was under the ocean, it might say, whatever, however deep the ocean was, if it had already sunk. And it indicated the altitude of the plane was, and I'm going to show you this here, because the altitude it was showing was, let me get this right, about 30,000 meters. So I'm going to connect to that plane at that time, and it was in March. I don't remember. I don't remember the date. March of 2014. Okay. Connect to the plane at that time. Okay. What was its altitude the first time I asked? 0 meters. The pendulum spins in circles to answer, of course. 100. 200 is moving a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 30,000 meters. 31. I see, I said about 30. It was 31.1. 0.2. 31.1. 31,100 to the nearest 100. 31,100 meters altitude. And if I think 31,200 is going to stop, as you see, 31,200 it stops. The plane was at 31,100 meters altitude. And I asked what its speed was. If it was flying normal and being an airplane mechanic, I'd know, normal flight somewhere around 500 miles an hour or so. And its speed was 0. And I asked how many people were on the plane, and it said 3. So I had to ask what they were doing, and I asked it, like, was a pilot, was he flying the plane? No. Was the hostess getting something that she lost? Not really. Were the passengers? Yes. What were they doing? Were they getting something they'd left? Yes. Okay, that sounds very calm, right? I mean, the plane disappears, and now there's 3 passengers on the plane who went back, or maybe haven't left yet, but they're just getting things on the plane. It doesn't sound like they've just crashed and burned and went to heaven or anything. It sounds like the plane has, you want to say, stopped somewhere. Okay. Shortly after that, it came out a message on the internet, because I was looking to see what explanations are going to come out of this, right? And there was a message from some extraterrestrial captain of some ship saying that they had rescued the plane and it was on their ship, and that they had sent it, I believe, to Venus, to the light chambers or something like that. And I asked how much of that was true, and it was like, I forget, 60 or 70% true. In other words, they had been rescued, but they were not actually in Venus. That's what came out. So, okay. Then, I'll get into another one because I need to get the references where I actually show what is the truth of this. And basically, it was another plot by the reptilian-controlled Illuminati to do a September 11th type attack on a meeting, as I recall, in The Hague, wherever that is, Netherlands, in Europe, and blame it on Iran to go to war with Iran. Okay, I'll make another video with the references to that, the exact references. Some of them are still available. Okay, because there's a lot of information that backs up what I'm saying. But what I want to get into here is the fact that I reached out to people and to try to get people to listen to me, that these people on the plane are still alive and everything. And one of these I did, and I sent them to several people, including this Bill, I always forget his name, his last name. Bill, what's his name? Bill Ryan, okay? His email was bill@projectavalon.net, okay? This is what I sent to Bill Ryan, and of course it went also to his, I sent another copy to Kerry Cassidy, who totally ignored it, of course. I don't have a lot of faith in Kerry, even though she brings out a lot of truth. I think she's also being manipulated, just as Bill is being manipulated. Okay, but here's the information. Rather than make it long, I'll just read it. This is the basic information about what happened and why I'm saying all this. So I'll just read what this message I sent. And this was in 3rd of September 2017. Okay? Because they had some information on this MH370 flight. So why don't they want to hear my information, which is a hell of a lot closer to the truth than what they were putting out? Okay, as I put this, sent to various, I'm reading it now what I wrote. Sent to various relevant people and sites. I'll put it down below in the comment section too. Related to your coverage of the MH370 mystery, here is my news on it. In capitals, they are alive and well. I am Jesse Blenn, U.S. and Costa Rican citizen living in Costa Rica. Starting 3 years ago, I have developed psychic abilities, including the ability to communicate with anyone, anywhere, which of course includes the passengers of MH370, using a pendulum to test their health conditions with a very high accuracy. It is super easy, giving me a simple number from 0 to 100, usually, from birth to death. That's for normal humans, okay? Continue reading. I have used it with hundreds of patients with very good and totally believable results. I have tested several of the passengers both shortly after the disappearance and very recently, in other words, 3 years later. And I can assure you that all the several I have tested are very much alive and healthy. If anyone has questions about any specific passengers, just contact me at jesseblenn@gmail.com with their name and or photo, and I will tell you their condition. Okay? A side note today, nobody contacted me. It's like going up against a brick wall. They're all under mind control, but somebody should be breaking out of their mind control. I continue reading. These passengers were rescued by good ETs to prevent another Twin Towers-like false flag operation by the Dark World powers to start another war for suffering and profits. Examples of the energy age I get for some passengers are, now I took out people who were not Chinese because I don't know anybody who would know these Chinese people, even though most were Chinese. The pilot, Shaw, this is the pilot, not the co-pilot, from Malaysia, his energy age at that time, 2 years ago or so, was 53. Philip Wood from the USA, his energy age was 49. Hadrian Watrelus from France, this is a young guy, because the family, I believe, 5 there, his energy age was 20. Yuan Lee from Australia, his energy age 45. Rodney Burrows from Australia, 44, and Mary Burrows from Australia, 49. All alive and well. Okay? Now, this is now 2 years later. I'm going to connect to these same people. I get so damn tired of people not believing this. Obviously, it's far out as hell, but it's true. Just because you've never seen it doesn't mean it don't work. Okay? I connect to Pilot Shaw, who's often blamed for it, and believe me, he's not to blame for it, claiming he had suicidal tendencies or something. Connect to Pilot Shaw, his energy age right now, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 54.6. It's spinning in a circle, I think 54.7. It goes down. Okay? He is aged about 1.5 years. Philip Wood. As you're going to see, he's also alive and well. Have the connection. It's spinning. It's going back and forth to ask their energy age. Philip Wood. 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay, he was 49. His has actually gone down. 47.1, 0.2, and it's going to stop slowly. 47.1. His energy age is 47.1. Okay? Hadrian Watrelus from France. His energy age was 20. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to stop. 23.3. Okay? All these are reasonable. Yuan Lee from Australia, his energy age was 45. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 0.1, 0.2, 47.2, 47.3, it's going to stop. 47.2. Okay? I've done this with hundreds and hundreds of people now, and it works. Rodney Burrows from Australia. This, I think, is a couple, Rodney and Mary from Australia. His energy age was 44. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 46.1, 0.2, 46.1. 46.1, it continues circling. 46.2, it loses the energy and stops. 46.1. Okay? Mary Burrows from Australia. Her energy age was 49. Okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 0.1, 0.2, and it's going to stop. 49.1. 49.1. Okay? As I said here, all alive and well, 2 more years later. I continue reading. I expect to be putting up a YouTube video on this very soon, which I didn't do. So I am tired, as I am so tired of the evil that does such things. If you want me to advise you when the video is up, just respond to this message. Not a single person did. Then you can judge for yourself. They don't want to judge for themselves. They want other people to manipulate them. I know it is of truth, of course. True, of course. Thank you, Jesse Blenn. Then I have this side response. In response to one person who called me evil for sending a message of hope. No, not evil. You and others are so tired of false hopes that truth could hit you in the face and you would not recognize it. So strange, but not evil. Obviously, I will have to prepare more and more convincing info and then the truth will gradually come out, but with 239 passengers, 231 humans, and 8 benevolent ETs, that will take some time. I do have these abilities, as you can see by searching Jesse Blenn on YouTube. For example, 2016 Democrats Revealed, IQ Test World's Easiest, Message from Pleiades. Check them out before you write me off as an evil crackpot. I am not. I have nothing to hide and much to reveal. Predicting the future is not an exact science, but they should be back in less than 2 years. I really hope that, and that was a possibility at that time. From later on, I think it was at the end of that year, probably 2017, I actually had a meeting, and at that meeting I was told that they had already went forward to the 4th dimension and would not be coming back, that we have to catch up with them. So, they should have been back, but that didn't happen. And it will change the world. Okay? And I say there, and of course, I have reference to a YouTube video there, but I'm not sure which one. That must be the Democrats Revealed. And of course, they have been looking in the wrong places. Okay. Now I'll get to the second part of this. I'm going to put a heading in here. So I'll stop. Okay. I had a small problem there. For some reason it didn't record what I was trying to record there, the second part, so I have to do it over. Okay? Maybe they don't like me doing this. I've heard of some interference, but anyway. I sent this to Project Avalon, and I got back this message from Paul Jackson, who I believe is like the project administrator. And he says, it's copied to him and to me and to his staff. Hi Jesse, we made a mistake in accepting you into this forum. This is not the forum you are looking for. We have closed your Project Avalon account. Fare thee well. And I have permanently closed. There's no way to appeal. There's nothing can be done. It says that, permanently blocked. Okay? Now, shortly after that, I got this message from Bill Avalon because I had sent it to him, right? And he backed up what his administrator there had said. Okay? This is from Bill Ryan. Bill at projectavalon.net. And he sent a copy to Kerry Cassidy. So, we're going to send a copy to Kerry Cassidy also. Kerry Cassidy. And this is what Bill Ryan said. Many thanks, Jesse. I sincerely appreciate and respect your enthusiasm and eagerness to get at whatever the truth may be, as long as what he thinks it is. As you've already seen, we quickly realized we made a mistake when we approved your forum membership application. We're very open-minded here and are not debunkers, but this is not the kind of impossible notion we can support. Without wishing any slight on you, this is not a tenable idea, period. We sincerely wish you well, and as Paul wrote to you a short while ago, this is not the forum you are looking for. With our best wishes, Bill and the Project Avalon team. Well, Bill was manipulated. His whole group is being manipulated, okay? Now, why would I say this? Well, let's see who this Paul, I should write down his name, Paul, the administrator. Okay. Let me connect to Bill Ryan at this time. Bill Ryan, who used to work with Kerry Cassidy. They had some kind of a split there, but that's not relevant here. Okay, Bill Ryan. His level of development of conscience. 100, 200, see it's moving, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,325. I know that's it. 11,325. I don't make the pendulum move. It moves on its own. It indicates his level of development of conscience. He's a high level of the conscience. Has a fifth dimensional conscience. as I think it's close to 100 million or so of us now on the Earth have. It started out 30-some million. On a ascension phase that was September 23rd, 2015. Okay? But anyway, this is Bill Ryan's level of development of conscience. It's high, no problem. His energy age, which of course is going to be under 100, he's a living human being, not possessed. His energy age, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 59. Okay? Seems to me I got 57 a couple minutes ago. That goes up and down, and the pendulum is within usually 97% or so. So it can vary a little bit. Okay. Now let's connect to this Paul, his administrator. I can't remember his name. Must not want to remember it. Paul. Okay, I have the connection with him. What is his level of development of conscience? The average on the Earth, which includes mostly people who have not ascended to a fifth dimension yet, is 700 and something. This Paul, his is 10, it's already moving. 20, moving a lot. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 33.4, 33.5, and it's going to slow down and stop. 33.4. Not even 1/20th of an average human. Okay, so let's check his energy age. Humans die at 100. His energy age: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. 888. Okay? I could hold this all day and it would keep on spinning. 888 is his energy age. He's a reptilian controlled being of some sort. I'm going to fix that for him. I'm going to do an exorcism on him. I'll get his name here to be absolutely positive. I know it's the guy, but I'll do an exercise on him. So you, Paul, by the time you see this, and please tell Bill and Kerry that you are now exorcised. Please do that, because you are. By the time you see this, you will have been exorcised. And if you still have communication with the damned reptilians who are controlling you, tell them to give up and get out of our planet. They're fighting a losing battle. They're not going to make it. Okay? Obviously, I get excited about this. I'm sick of you guys. Okay? So, I will now stop this part, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you this Paul's new energy age, and show you that his reptilian soul is on the way to wherever the hell they go when they leave human bodies. I don't know where that is. They should be going to the light, but I'm not sure they do. That's up to them. But anyway, I will show that his soul has left Paul's body, the reptilian soul, and that Paul will now be a relatively, I can't say really, but relatively normal human being from now on. And I hope the damned reptilians get the message to leave us alone and get out of here. Goodbye. I'll be right back with the final test of Paul, whatever his name is. Okay, I'm back here. I have not done the exorcism on Paul. I forgot one thing. I was going to show Kerry Cassidy's level of conscience. Sometimes I wonder about her. She reveals so much stuff. But yet, there was a thing, the Bases Project, what's his name? Miles Johnson or something? Where at one of the UFO conferences, the forces of darkness kidnapped a bunch of the attendees in the night, and they had a portable van, and they actually did some weird invasive surgery implanting something into their head, into their brains, And the several people who were there did not include Kerry Cassidy, and it makes you wonder why. Maybe she already had the implant in her brain, or maybe she was doing enough for the dark side to not want them to interfere with her. Let's see. But I was wondering about her, if she's actually reptilian controlled, and so we'll check that now. I connect with her to see her energy age. If it's over 100, that indicates something. Okay? I don't think she actually is, though. It's okay, let's go. Her energy age. Kerry Cassidy of Project Camelot. 10, 20, so it's already moving. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 61, 62, it's going to stop. 61, she's a normal human being. Now, let's check her level of development of conscience. I think they're probably just being manipulated. It's probably high. I'm not doubting her general sincerity in this. I just doubt that all the information she brings out is really from the light. Her level of development of conscience, 10, 20, 30, it's moving just a tiny bit. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Wow. 501, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 518, 518, 519. I'm surprised that she's neither super low conscience controlled by the reptilians nor high enough to have the fifth dimensional level of conscience, 500 and something. That's a little bit below average. So what would kind of makes you wonder what her motives are. She's not really working for the light, probably. Who's she working for? Makes you wonder. Okay, let me ask her sincerity. People who know they're lying have low sincerity. Okay, and I'm not saying she's lying, but we'll see. 10% her sincerity. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and it's going to stop. 95.2. Okay. Definitely a little bit above, but average is about 89 or so. So she's above average sincerity, but not as sincere as she could be. A lot of us, like myself included, are fairly above 99. I'm usually about 99.6, depending, but I'm definitely above 99. I really trust people above 99. In the high 90s, generally I get along with them, but I know that I can't trust everything they say. So I'm a little surprised at her rather low level of development of conscience, and her sincerity is okay, but I wouldn't trust everything that comes out of her mouth either. She's generally, it's kind of a curious situation. I would have thought her conscience would be higher. Okay, now I will stop there. Okay, this Paul Jackson guy has now been depossessed. The pendulum spins backwards, taking away their negative energy to do that. One thing I forgot to show you before, though, let me connect back with him 1 hour ago. When it stops, I have the connection. Okay. Now, I want to show you his first chakra. Those who understand what chakras are, they normally talk about the 7 main chakras. This is Paul Jackson's first chakra. 1 hour ago. That is strongly backwards. Okay? Strongly backwards. This is 1 hour ago, not now. Strongly backwards. Okay? His second chakra, strongly backwards, 1 hour ago. And his third chakra, 1 hour ago, strongly backwards also. His fourth chakra, 1 hour ago. His fourth chakra, nothing. Fifth, sixth, and seventh chakra. That's your connection with the universe or with the Creator. Most humans have a positive connection there. These have nothing. 0. Okay, those are signs of reptilian possession. Now, I just did that. Let me ask how many minutes it took to do that depossession exorcism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 minutes. Because if I think 15, it's going to stop. See? 14 minutes it took. Okay. Now let's check with his first chakra. Paul Jackson right now, his first chakra. Nothing. His second chakra. Nothing. His third chakra. Nothing. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Now this is interesting. I just discovered this a few weeks ago. When I do these exorcisms, after the exorcism, their seventh chakra is spinning to the right. That's what happens. My first patient was a little dog, and then a little bird, and then humans. And when we die as humans, all of our chakras stop moving upon death, or very close after death, anyway. But our seventh chakra actually spins fairly strong for about 3 days after we die. And this means that our soul has left the body. For those 3 days we have to go enter to the tunnel of light, hopefully. Remember that. When you die, you have 3 days. Don't wait too long. Okay? But this is interesting. This indicates that that soul has left this Paul Jackson's body. This is the seventh chakra of his soul now. The connection with the universe, with the light. And I don't know what will happen. That's up to them. In this case, I'm not going to do anything. But so, for all you reptilians who are seeing this, take this into account. We can get rid of you. So you just as well give up. Okay? Now, in the future, he's a human with no chakras. I don't know what happens. I'm not saying that he is going to be a bad human. There have been cases where they've actually ended up, their level of development of conscience has raised tremendously. And, just to show that he's a relatively normal human now, I'm not going to say normal, but relatively normal, we'll check his energy age. Okay? This Paul Jackson. Okay, his energy age right now, it was 888, right? As a reptilian possessed, at least apparently, a human being. His energy age now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34.1, 34. It's closest to 30. Let's go back to 33.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 33.7, 33.8. Okay, it indicated 34 because it's going by once, but it's actually 33.7. He is now a quote, relatively, unquote, human being. So, I hope all this helps him and Project Avalon and even Project Camelot to get on the right path again. And it's a message to all the damned reptilians out there that, anyway, you can't always get away with everything. Thanks for listening. I need to put up more, but it's actually a big project to get all the information, because there is enough information backing up what I'm saying about MH370, and I have some of my own personal information, which is really interesting. Anyway, I'll do that one of these days. Thanks for watching. Best wishes to all.